So what we see here on the screen is the Linux source code for the file system header. And well, not the source code, but the header itself. And this is the path within the Linux repository on GitHub. And this is the link to the exact structure that we are looking at. And this link will also be in the video description, so you can follow it from there. What I want you to kind of take a look at is you see a lot of brackets and asterisks here, which kind of suggest that all of these are function pointers, if you see, right? And the function pointers are taking more pointers, and they are taking pointers to structs. So the idea is, hopefully, that you're convinced, is pointers are used very widely. All across the Linux kernel, you'll just have pointers scattered around. And how the pointers are used within the Linux kernel, the device driver framework, how does the Linux kernel make sense of, different devices. All of that is a separate topic and maybe a course on its own. But what I want to mention is anytime you're doing like read write on a file or on a device, like entries within /dev/tty, something like that. So whenever you do read and write on those or general files, for example, um, there would be certain function that's assigned within the file operation structure handling that particular file, which gets called. See, all of these are variables within a struct. So every time we are creating like a device driver, we also associate file operations with that driver. And every time on a device you do read and write, file being one of the entries for the file system seen as a device driver. So what will happen is there would be functions that are assigned to these variables, and then essentially when you do read and write on that file or that device, those functions which are assigned to these variables will be called upon. So that's the that's the crux of it, that the Linux kernel is full of pointers, function pointers and data pointers, and very creatively used. And with this, we also kind of come to the end of our course on pointers. Hopefully, you enjoyed going through the content as much as I did developing it. And potentially in the future, we'll develop more courses, and I'll see you in those.